Welcome to my world.
What's going on, y'all? It's David or Dawhveed, and I want to share with you some of my favorite Sova arrows on the attack side for the bind map. I want to get straight into the video, so make sure to like the video at the end if you're going to incorporate some of these into your own bind strats, or let me know in the comments below if you want to see the T or CT side arrows on any of the other maps, or just like the CT side arrows for this bind map. Enjoy the video! Alright, so the first arrow is actually going to be from the spawn to like B site. It should land about like right here on top of the site. So all you have to do is push yourself like into this corner against this box, look straight up, and you want to aim like this. It's kind of hard to explain, but I'll show you with my mouse. You want to aim this like right wing of your ultimate along with this top side of the building. So look straight up and get it like right on top, or even kind of like on top of it. And then just shoot a full charge, no bounces straight up, and I'll show you where that goes. In ghost mode. Ghost mode's kind of laggy, so sorry about this. It's going to land on top of sight. Boom, perfect. Awesome. So, it's most importantly, it's going to catch anyone like in boxes, or in boxes in hookah, in the corner, actually like on the site, or even like people in the cubby over here, on top of like these boxes over here, or in like even it'll catch like some people in CT tunnel holding like an angle in hookah. This arrow just gives like tons of info on the site for B, and if you sprint after shooting, you can actually catch up with your team and be short before the hookah push. I'll show you a little preview of how far you can get after you shoot it. If you hold knife out, you should be able to get like right into the market and push with your team along like into hookah. And with this revealing like the people in the boxes, you'll be able to like know if no one's in here, you'll be able to know like at least if they're right here or like on this corner in here. Alright, so the next one, this is a really simple arrow for like pushing B short into hookah. It's gonna land like right inside of hookah and reveal. Here, I'll just show you guys. Just tuck yourself into this corner, aim for like the kind of like in this little peak right here, more on the right side, and charge 2 bounces of full bounce. And it's gonna land right in here, and it'll catch people like on top of these boxes over in that corner, or on top of that box. It will catch people like on top of this ledge right here, but the only way it won't see them is if they pull back and then duck behind it. You can actually counteract this by just like shooting your arrow and then just making sure someone that like shoots the boxes when you get in there. Like you can just come over here and shoot this right here and make sure no one's in there. Alright, so this next one is very niche. It goes from like over here from B short into the cubby on site. This one's really good for like pushing onto site, like making the final push if you already push into hookah and gardens. Just aim for like the rightmost part of this metal plating, and then charge a full charge with 1 bounce, and I'll show you where it goes in ghost mode. It's gonna land right there and catch anyone like in any of these cubby corners, or it'll even catch people like on site, like behind boxes, just hugging like the CT side of the site, like even over here, or even behind this box, or like tucked in that corner. Alright, so this next one I like to use for when I push B long. This arrow just basically tells me if anyone is like holding the angle either long or like on the TP side. It's a pretty basic arrow. You just want to tuck yourself like into this fountain right here. Aim for the bottom left corner of this, do a full charge, and make it bounce once. It's a pretty basic arrow. It'll just land in that arch and show like I said, anyone close left, or just anyone, like it'll cover the whole garden. It's just, it'll kind of let people know that you are pushing long, but it gives you like a safe push, or it gives you a lot of information if anyone's trying to hold long. Alright, so this next arrow is the same spot as the B long arrow. You kind of just wedge yourself into this corner, but it's one that I like to incorporate a few rounds on the attack side, like a few rounds into the game, so I can fake the site push. Like typically shooting your arrow kind of like announces where you're pushing, but this one kind of gives the defending side some misinformation on where we are. I like to line this one up here. Before I shoot, I'll kind of show you what I use as the marker. You want to line this rightmost part of your recon drone circle up into this corner between like this shingle and like this little plank right here. So recon, aim this like right about there, and then just shoot it straight up with a full charge. You can even do like a bounce, but I'll show you where the full charge one goes first. Forgive the ghost mode lagginess. So if you don't do a charge, it'll hit this wall and it'll catch people in heaven, but like you can tell, it won't catch the people like on top of here. So you'll have to do a 1 bounce in order to get the people like camping outside showers. It doesn't actually matter too much since the point of this arrow is to like fake the site push, like fake the A push. But I'll show you just for this sake. So this one, it's not going to catch people like inside of heaven, but it will catch the people like where she's standing right outside camping showers. So it'll hit the wall and then just bounce down.
There they are.
Just like that. Alright, so now coming over to A side, this is one that I like to do for like, it's great for catching people holding A short closely, like either like right here or like outside of U-Haul right here. It's also really good if you haven't shot this arrow yet, you can add 2 bounces. Or if you think like the enemy team is just going to be slow to shoot at it, you can add in 2 bounces and it's going to hit the ground and reveal a lot more angles. But first, I'm just going to shoot it with no bounces. All you have to do is you aim like between these power lines to the right of the building and you don't even charge at all. Just click it as quickly as you can.
Revealing area.
And it's going to land right on top of there.
Found them.
It will reveal people in this corner, but it won't. It'll reveal people like holding outside U-Haul, but it's not going to catch someone right here or like even inside U-Haul. So to counteract that, like I said, if you don't think that they're going to shoot at it, since the bounces are super slow, add in the 2 bounces,
Revealing area.
and it will hit the same spot. It's going to bounce right there, and it still will catch people here, but more importantly, it's going to catch this person, or it'll catch someone like holding this angle right here in U-Haul. Alright, so now this one is very similar to the last one, but instead of catching people like outside of the U-Haul area, like right here, it's going to catch people like outside of bats. This is a good arrow to like mix up the last one, where instead of landing here, it's going to land like near on the truck. So definitely use this one and the last one like interchangeably. So you just aim kind of like right where this leaflet is, not on the corner, a little up from the corner, and I like to throw in a bounce,
Revealing area.
and I'll show you where this lands. So it will still catch the people in this corner, but importantly, it's going to catch the people like camping outside of bats again. This is also a really good arrow for when you actually plant the bomb. You'll actually be able to like see if anyone's making advances while being over here safely, like right here safely. You can also do the same thing with like a shock dart, which is actually pretty notable. This is mainly only if you plant for like A short, which is probably the best one to plant when you're like playing short anyways. Alright, believe it or not, this arrow, you go in the exact same spot as the last 2. Definitely want to add into like the trio of them just to mix it up and see if you can catch some people with your recon arrow. So you want to aim like right here, and it's going to land like on the boxes on site, just like the last 2. Make sure to like mix up these 3 so they don't shoot down your recon arrow like almost immediately. So to line it up, you just aim like kind of where this curved one meets this leaf right here, and just like the last 2, don't do any charge at all and no bounces. So just shoot it right there, and it'll land on top of those boxes, and it will catch people in heaven like holding short, but also it'll catch people just like the last one right outside of bats. This is a really good one to like also kind of see if people are coming from CT or like outside U-Haul, but the most important part is like catching the person in heaven watching A short, like right here. Alright, so this arrow is also in the plants area, except you're going to be kind of in this corner. This arrow lands in a very, very similar spot to the B arrow that we shot from spawn in the beginning of this video. It's going to land directly on top of the B site and can catch people like in hookah, like on top of site, or in the cubby. This arrow is like my A to like the B fake push. Like if we're going to push A, we just give some information on B and kind of scare them. So you want to aim your crosshair where this like little point is in the leaf. Just trace it to like the middle line of the leaf and a little above it. So like I kind of just follow this all the way to right here, and then full charge, no bounces, straight up. And I'll show you where that's going to land. Just like the first one, almost identical. It's going to land right on top of the site, and it's going to catch the people like in hookah, catch people on site, in cubby. This is just like a great kind of fake, especially if you've used the spawn arrow like a ton of times and they think you're going to push B, then you just fake A. Like when you shoot the arrow, 1 person or 2 people might even just rotate over. Alright, so this next one is going to be the last one that's from A site to A. So you just want, this is mainly for like a shower push. You kind of just tuck yourself into this corner on top of the boxes. Aim for like this leaf, a little above the leaf, like on the corner right here, and then you want to charge a full charge with 2 bounces. So right here. And I'll show you in ghost mode. It's going to land up here and then bounce right on this wall right here. So this arrow is going to catch people like left, like direct left or direct right, right outside a bath. It will even catch people like on the balcony in heaven. This can actually easily be shot by like the people already looking in the bath or like holding this angle right here. But you can flip this into your advantage, and like you or a teammate can push outside, like outside of bats at the same time as your arrow lands. You just have to like run basically to get there in time. But if someone is there, they can definitely hear you since you're running. They just have to choose to either like hold the doorway or shoot the arrow. So you can definitely use this to your advantage. So like shoot this, come over here, they're gonna hear you running, so they have to either hold the doorway or they'll have to, oops, I only put 1 bounce, or they'll have to like look where this arrow is gonna land. So you can either get vision of them, or like while they're shooting this, just peek out and shoot them. Alternatively, you can also just have like your flasher out here, so by the time the arrow lands, just like breach flash up here or just Phoenix flash out here, and then peek out and like catch the people up here or up here. Alright everyone, that is actually going to be it for the end of this video. Don't forget to go shockbolt that like button and ultimate that subscribe button and notification bell to stay up to date on all of my future content. I also stream regularly live like 4 to 5 days a week on Twitch, so I'm going to leave the link to that and my Discord community server link down in the pinned comment below, so definitely go check those 2 out. Thank you all for watching till the end of the video, and I will check you all next time. See ya!
Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.